Last year we did implement 2 new sand depots. One is at the Wassa Junction and the other one is up near Elkford, and this just gives our crews more ability to put out more material. The sand truck will only hold a certain amount of material, and when they get to the end they have to travel back. In recent years, they've been traveling back and forth to the Cranbrook yard. We really felt we could benefit from a sand depot that was in the midpoint for Fairmont as well as for our Cranbrook crew. So this way our crews will be able to reload and have more sand on board. Same with Elkford. Highway 43 is a very well-traveled highway. So we have an extra sand depot there with equipment for our crews to reload and then continue on working. There's a lot of really mixed forecasts that are going on. If you read the Farmer's Almanac, it looks like we're gonna have warmer than normal temperatures, November and December, seeing some cold periods the end of December and January, with our snowiest periods being the end of November, beginning of December, beginning of January, beginning of February. So it's gonna snow every month, we know that. And we're gonna see maybe a little bit warmer temperatures until we get into the new year. Last year and the year before, we saw one big freezing rain event. Freezing rain events are a little bit more difficult and a little bit more tricky to deal with than a snowfall. Other than making sure that we're fully staffed and having our equipment and materials on hand, it's very difficult to prep for that because we can't apply material in advance because it will wash away with the rain. Some of the biggest challenges that we've been seeing in the last couple of years, these big shifts in temperatures where we'll go from -18 to +3. And with that shift brings a whole nother challenge. You know, with plugged drains, water pooling on the highway, our crews are going out not only to deal with the road conditions at the time, but to unplug drains and try and alleviate some of that water that's on the highway. Although we can be very proactive in how we want to approach the storm, it is very difficult to be proactive in actually attacking the storm itself. We look at multiple different weather apps to determine what's going to be happening over the next 48, 72 hours. We look at the temperatures that are coming. We do pre-storm meetings to see how we're going to proceed, and we make our decisions based on that. We spend a lot of time training our supervisors and our teams to make those informed decisions. This past year, we had all of our supervisors and senior foremen go through training on snow and ice control. When we're responding to an event, we will always respond to the highways and the main feeder roads first. And then when our drivers are confident that the highways are in good condition, we will move on to your school bus routes and like your small subdivision roads. If you must travel, the #1 thing to do is check Drive BC before you go. That information is updated from our operators in the field, so it's the most current and up-to-date information. It'll also be where we'll put any road closures. If you see anything out on the highways that you think that we don't know about or we need to know about, we have a 24-hour call center that will take your information and pass it along to one of our supervisors so that they can go and take care of whatever the issue might be.
Let's all have a safe winter.